we take office, I shall support this Lamu. I think today the issue is health. I will restrict myself just to speak about health issues. And it is not a criticism. All that I will present are facts. And I am very appreciative of the young lady who represents Lamu Tourism Association, that we have to give solutions and not just identify the problems. But I can see here, you made some proposals which was an attempt to provide solutions. I think let's start from the basics. Health is a fundamental right, which the Constitution of Kenya 2010, Section 43, to be precise, makes it clear that every Kenyan is entitled to good health. Now, coming from that, let's look at the Lamu scenario. It is nice to be critical, and we can all come up with solutions, but we also have to be realistic. We don't get enough funds from the national government, and unfortunately, the funds that we collect locally is not enough. So, I am siding with the CEC Health because I know the limitations. We can sit here and make all kinds of recommendations. End of the day, it is whether we have the resources or not. However, it is also imperative on the county government to develop friendship and associations with donors. There are a lot of donors out there, and they can come in and help. But they always, donor funding always have strings attached. And one of the things that they are very, very strict about is accountability. You will not be given funds to do what you wish. You can't have COVID funds and divert them to do some other things. If you're given money for COVID, you have to utilize the money for COVID initiatives. So we can all join together. I, for one, I must mention, I had a foundation from the UK called Al Khair, and they helped in some of the interventions that you people talk about. We had an ambulance boat which was placed at Kiwayu. Unfortunately, that boat is no longer there. Any machine, if you don't look after it, over time, you will have to discard it, and that's the end of it. So, on health issues, let me tell you, we come from very far. When I took over as governor, Lamu County had one of the highest mortality rates for children, infant mortality rates. Lamu County had one of the highest in Kenya. I think we were second worst after Turkana. When I joined at King Fahad in 2013, the number of women who were going to deliver at King Fahad per month averaged 3 or 4 deliveries in a month. We made great strides, and at the end of it, by 2017, we were averaging over 120 women delivering at our hospital because of the services and the improvement, both physical, infrastructural development, and also personnel. And the issue of personnel in health is very important. And this is the reason why I went to look for this college, forgotten its name, which trains nurses and other, I think KMTC, Kenya Medical training center. And we started a college here in Mokoe. And I used to pay full fees for the students who were studying there because I knew the people who will come and work in Lamu have to be people who come from Lamu. And this is why we had the college. And unfortunately, from what I hear, it is not doing so well. But I pledge here that the moment we come back to power, we shall revamp it and also facilitate our young men and women to study there and help them by paying their fees and ensuring that we have enough pool of people who can provide health services and related services to our people, because we have a big problem of personnel. I can tell you there is a lot. Part of it is mismanagement. We have a new dispensary with maternity at Mkunumbi, which was done, completed prior to 2017 elections. Until today, it is locked. It has not been opened. That is one. We had opened a number of other facilities. I hear my friend Lali from Kiunga about Ishakani. We put up the facility. We had put an clinical officer and some support staff. And it is true, they need that. To close it is inhuman and uncaring. So that is something that has to be done. And it is true, Basuba Ward lacks these facilities. We put one of the first ones at Kiangwe, which was to help at least alleviate the problem. It is not enough. There are about 6 villages, and they are quite a distance from the other. Each of them requires to have a health facility. So I also take the blame, but we tried and we did one, and that's the first step. I think it is also very important for people in Basuba, and I must compliment your member for Basuba, Honorable Kitete, for working very hard and looking for a donor to provide an ambulance. And nobody has a right to keep that ambulance. And this is why donors shun to come to our county, because if they give a donation to a specific group, that donation has to go to that